Welcome everybody, today we're going to be looking at a loadout for VIVIAN, the new champion in Paladins, to try and shoot forever, or the shoot forever mate loadout as it's called here. So it's got Hidden Reserves 4, a card which makes every shot in precision sights a 32% chance not to cost any ammo, combined with Unchecked Ambition 4, hitting a shot has a 48% chance to not cost any ammo as well. Two combinations there, so theoretically up to 90%. Returned ammo back to yourself. Now the other cards are kind of filler, they can be replaced with other cards, but personally I quite like Scapegoat 2, where you get 30% damage back from deflector shields, so it doesn't do any damage to yourself, it just goes to your shields. I mean, it's only theoretical, but you're getting a lot of ammo back, and in almost every situation you'll be getting enough ammo back that you're almost able to fire forever when you want to, as long as an enemy is there, so you can actually shoot at them and get your ammo back when you hit somebody, because the main one is at 50% from Unchecked Ambition, and today we're going to be playing around with that in games. So let's dive into the match. The other thing I didn't mention was that this is combined with Opportunity in Chaos, the legendary card which gives you 20% extra damage after you've been firing for 2 seconds. Now, it's a bit cheesy, but if you are able to fire all the time and you have unlimited ammo, which you kind of have up to a point here, I mean, it's not unlimited, but you get pretty close as long as you're firing at somebody. So the idea is that we're firing as long as possible and trying to get ammo back. I'm not going to lie, folks, this is kind of the point-and-click loadout this patch. I mean, the champion itself, I find that her gunplay feels quite satisfying, although she is pretty plain as they go. This match is pretty much just me standing about, trying to get my position right, and holding and clicking. Now, as I run straight into the point, I'm actually on the wrong side here. I accidentally got my sensor drone stuck on the wall there, and because I'm on this side, they can see my feet as I walk off, and I can't see them. So there's actually a bit of a mistake there. I got bursted down, but this match goes pretty well, so don't worry about that, folks. We're gonna get in, and we'll be able to click and hold down and not have to do a lot, because we're gonna do a lot of damage. I'd say the biggest annoying thing about the champion at the moment is their ultimate. Because I've got it on all the time, it does feel a little cheap when you can just fire around a corner, and you'll see that come up very shortly when we get our ulti up. We're also playing against Sleepy. They're not with Mousepad anymore, but they are ranked, I think, first in casual matches on Paladins Guru. They've got like a 5,000 MMR, so like, give some context, I'm on like 3,200, which is still pretty high. I find my casual matches harder than my ranked matches at the moment, which I'm almost masters. And I'm slowly grinding, I just don't play enough matches, I don't think. But yeah, so basically I'm holding down my fire as much as possible to get those extra bonus damage. Like you just saw them all critting up there. I mean, I'm just holding angles and firing. Because my precision sight is up, I am getting ammo back. But there are points where you have to reload if you're not hitting somebody. But I mean, most of the time, if I am hitting somebody, I'll be getting it back up. So, I mean, just there I only lost 1 ammo from firing 3 shots, I think. So, I should have probably gone to the Asher. I was just kind of wondering whether somebody would be hitting from behind there. But, I mean, you pretty much melt everything once you've had this 2 seconds up. I don't know whether it's a bit cheesy and I maybe get out of position sometimes because I carry on firing just because I want to have this extra damage bonus, but maybe it's not practical sometimes. Like here, I probably should have just stopped firing and moved off, because I could have got blasted a bit there by the Bomb King, the sticky bombs, if I wasn't careful. Like here, I was on 3 shots and I was able to fire pretty much a clip of another champion with normally like 30 shots, so like a Tyra Victor clip, just into the champion. I mean, it's kind of difficult fighting the Bomb King when they're able to shoot me round corners. I still think Bomb King's one of the best damage champions this patch around, but we're able to take him out with some help from the Genos, who was able to get in there. Like, the ult is the bit that's a bit crazy this patch. Like, the thing is, you're getting an extra 500 damage between both of them every second, but also it doesn't have any damage drop-off, and it is AoE. Unfortunately, Sleepy was able to get behind us there. Sneaky, sneaky Sleepy. What are you doing, man? What you doing? Why you do this to me? But basically, yeah, you can fire round corners, and you can be getting hit by it, and it just feels like, why? And I think one of the things is that it's quite difficult to fire off those drones. It's quite difficult to take them out. I mean, I hardly ever have a situation where it's taken out by somebody that isn't a Fernando or has AoE damage and they've slash damaged it down or something. They've got like into my face and slashed it down. Normally they're able to just sort of stay up as long as they like, pretty much, otherwise. But I mean, that's the thing I think is probably the least skill-worthy about this champion at the moment, and feels bad on the receiving end. I think on the playing end, the gun feels good. You feel like a heavy in some of the heavy classes in quite a few of like the Battlefield games and the Battlefront games, just basically all the EA stuff, the DICE stuff coming out when you have an LMG. It does feel like an LMG and feels like one of the better controlling guns in the game. It does actually feel like something that's meant for an FPS, I would say. I mean, it feels good. That's what I'm trying to say here. But that ulti, it's crazy. And especially if you're on a win streak, and if you're able to hold back, you can have it up pretty much forever. I do get a bit unlucky this game with my ult sometimes going down. And actually I was lucky there that they were able to take out the Ashe, bring her up, and stop her from being able to charge into me. I was already pretty low. But ulti's up in a second, and we will have ulti for the next round. Just holding on to it. So I did die before with it up, almost instantaneously, so holding it off a little bit to be a bit cautious. The other thing I'd say is that Vivian looks a bit washed out. I don't particularly like her colours, and it's not something that's like a pay-to-win thing. None of her colours look good. They look kind of washed out, especially the trousers, or pants if you're in America. They don't look right. I don't know why. It's kind of soft. It doesn't kind of fit in with the graphical quality of everything else in the game. Hero was sort of wondering what to take, and because you fire so much, like life rip can be nice. They do have quite a bit of cauterize themselves, but I was thinking, you know, I'll build up my cauterize. I got a little bit more damage reduction, and because I got the damage like rejig on the shields, I don't know how to put it. Okay, well, pretty much bursted down there. The Vivian's damage is pretty insane, and once you combine it with anybody else, then you've got something special on your hands. Here, I should have probably put my ulti up quite a while ago. I might have actually been able to inflict a lot of pain. I guess I just get a combat here, heal up, and then decide, yes, it's time now for the Vivian ultimate. Well, I probably should have had some time before. That was just silly. This is a game of not using my ultimate very well. I think we could class it as. I should have ulted then, or I should have been a bit more cautious. I don't know why I died, to be honest. The only thing is, on all matches, because there's a inbuilt capture mechanic for the losing team, so usually, like a lot of the time, you'll lose the third round, even if it's kind of one-sided. The enemy team can get that third point, so they've been able to get the 1 for the 2 just because they get an advantage and they can cap faster. So that's how I'll explain it, not because we were playing badly or anything like that. But yeah, I also flick around the champions, if you haven't noticed, to try and see as much of the battlefield as possible. They're actually quite clumped up, so I didn't really get to see a lot, but I always like to look around and see where people are flanking. You can spot out what's going on around the whole map. That's what I do anyway. So again, holding down the fire does sometimes make it so that I'm maybe not in the best position and I get caught out, but also I get that juicy, sweet extra damage, a 20% bonus damage on top of everything, which is pretty crazy. Here's a bit derpy because I just got pushed back a bit. I want to hang back. I don't know what's going on with this animation. It was like, yes, we need to reload twice, even though the second time it didn't work out. It didn't even do any reload. So there, we're able to take out the Ashe. I went in pretty blindly, actually. I didn't know how low the Ashe was. I could have been killed around that corner. And now the 1v1 Bomb King. If they don't dodge around a corner, then I'm pretty okay. Yeah, so nice, taken down. I just want my ulti back up, to be honest. I think I just want my ulti up all the time as the Vivian. Maybe I should have gone for some morale boost, seeing as I haven't taken a yellow yet. So the Elim, come on, bring it up, Joshua boy. 82%. Just basically need to fire all of the time. Sleepy trying to get in some poke damage. So their team actually took the Luminary card instead of the Celestial Touch, so they get some extra damage, bonus damage. I almost walked into the Genos ult there. It's much quicker now to go off, so it's easier to get caught out by it. And I was very almost caught out by it there. Again, because I'm not firing at anything, my reserves, my 80 magazine is going down pretty fast. But I mean, I'm still pretty confident with 33 that I can fire for a long time. But then Bomb King rolled. I thought the Bomb King ult was over there. So I just came out, I was like, the Bomb Kings have been all in for ages. I can peek out, it's fine. Nope. Nope, not at all. It's not fine whatsoever. I mean, we're still doing okay. 15-5. But I mean, the thing with the Vivian is that just literally getting as much damage downrange as possible. So here, I think I should have, yeah, I bring out my ulti. I'm like, so they're on the last push. I can hold them off, and also because your ultimate carries over from the rounds, if you're not like literally right at the end of the round, I mean, it can help out just to finish it off. I mean, I wouldn't risk it if I was literally at the round was almost over and I knew we were going to push it. But like there where they had a chance to push it, I was like, well, we may as well get our ulti out just in case. And I mean, we've already been able to get 21% of the charge back and from winning that. So that, I mean, it works out, and we've got our ulti up for the start of this round. So hopefully we'll be able to get it up again before the end. So yeah, the Luminary there, the 15% extra damage. I mean, maybe not working out for them here. Maybe we're getting the better heals. But again, I think that on the enemy side, when you're playing against a VIVIAN, it's kind of hard to tell exactly when she's ultied, apart from the voice call out. If you've died and you come back, you wouldn't really know. And it's kind of the feedback of getting hit by the AoE is also kind of not great. I think they maybe could do with like highlighting her a bit better, maybe like lighting her up quite a bit just to show off that she is ulting. Maybe the ulti needs to be toned down a bit with the AoE damage as well, maybe the drop off, or maybe even just the base damage, maybe 200 on each of them or 150 on each of them might be enough. I don't know, or even looking at maybe making the drones a little less survivable. I mean, I have lost one here, so this is the first time I think actually I played for VIVIAN where I've only had one up at a time, or at least I've noticed I have one of them that's gone missing. But the Bomb King there has been able to take them out because of their splash damage, just being able to pop it off, which is bad for me. But yeah, I mean, it works really well when the Genos is able to get them into the air, because I can just carry on firing willy-nilly. I probably should have focused on the Bomb King rather than anything there. But, oh, yeah, that Genos ult, I just didn't see it quick enough, and then once I was in there's no escape for VIVIAN, so you can't really get out of it. This is clever though. So lifted up by the Genos, then silenced by the Torvald so they couldn't ult, and they're able to burst it down. That was a nice play by Catando and our Genos, and pretty much everyone on the team here. And there's something funny going to happen with our Bomb King. So if you look at the kill feed, it's going pretty well, but I wonder what the top play will be from Gek. So yeah, just getting in their faces, knocking off the horses, that's how we're going to win the game, stop them from getting anywhere near the point. I could see everyone was covering all the bases, so we knew they weren't going to sneak in behind us. So Get coming in with the Bomb King play of the game, literally rolling in as the King Bomb. He knows what's going on. He's ready for this King Bomb. He's going to push us forwards. King Bomb's coming out. Actually, the Genos ult went out there as well. They're all together. That's just like, oh, they didn't scatter. Everyone literally had the same idea. If they were communicating with voice, they might have been able to get away from that. So yeah, that's a good game anyway. I don't think it's the best game I've played with VIVIAN so far, but 96,000 damage still. When we get to the stats, it was pretty much the highest in the game, so it is a bit like Victor and Tyre. You do get the highest damage just because it's sustained and you're just putting it down range. She has a huge DPS as well, increased by her ultimate as well, even though I derped up the ultimates this time round. Almost able to get 100k in a 12-minute game. It's not too bad. 11-6 is alright, and we played pretty well, so there we go. Good game, guys, good game. And against Sleepy, #1 in the EU, ranked on Paladins Guru, so always get that in. Sleepy's a good guy as well. Anyway, what does everybody else think about this loadout? Are you going to be trying it out? What do you think about VIVIAN? Is she boring? Is she not? I think I might make a video on VIVIAN, the fun versus boring, maybe looking and diving into her skills a little bit more and how she works out mechanics-wise and stuff like that. But yeah, be sure to let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe for more of my content, and I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching, everybody. Joshino.